Good day, everybody, and what's up? Welcome to the podcast for selfless sex, and she comes first. I'm Dr. Nick, sitting here on February the 16th, 2020. And also, I have to say, happy post Valentine's Day, because this is the first podcast after Valentine's Day. I almost did a quickie on Valentine's Day, but I just decided against it. So I just want to say, ladies, I hope you took care of your man on Valentine's Day. Fellas, I hope you took care of your lady on Valentine's Day and everyone had a great time. I'm sure many of you out there got it in. And since this is a long weekend, probably still going to get it in. And going to work Tuesday looking like raisins, but just make sure that you are appropriately rehydrated. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Also, I just want to keep saying thank you to everyone who's listening to the podcast and keeping it going. Really does mean a lot to me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And just to continue the theme for this month of aging and sexual health, since this is my birthday month, today's topic is about sex and older age. So I have a question for you. What do you think your sex life will look like in older age? And I will let you define what older age means to you. So let's talk about that today. To get this conversation started, I would like to read something to you from our National Institutes of Health. Yes, that NIH. Yes, our National Institutes of Health, that government agency, because they have a whole website focused on aging and sexual health. And the quote is this: "Many people want and need to be close to others as they grow older. For some, this includes the desire to continue an active, satisfying sex life. With aging, that may mean adopting sexual activity to accommodate physical health and other changes. There are many different ways to have sex and be intimate, alone or with a partner. The expression of your sexuality could include many types of touch or stimulation. Some adults may choose not to engage in sexual activity, and that is also normal." And what I really like about that passage is that they actually mention that people may be single when they're older and that masturbation is okay, because they actually mention you could be alone or with a partner. So coming from this sex negative government that we have, that's a very nice thing to read. Next, I would like to get into an article I discovered on the AARP website, or the American Associations for Retired Persons website, where they discuss 5 myths about aging and sex. And this article is actually written by someone, Dr. Pepper Schwartz, and Dr. Schwartz has been in the field for decades. I'm actually glad to see that she's still writing. So the first myth is this: his equipment doesn't work, which pretty much means she's having a problem getting an erection. And in this society, one thing we are very good at is getting a dick hard. And that's the truth. So believe me, there are pills out there are pumps out there are creams out there are injections out there, and even implants. So ED is not what it used to be back in the day. There are plenty things out there to help you deal with this issue. Number 2, her equipment does not work anymore. So what Dr. Schwartz is talking about here is that after menopause, many women will report vaginal dryness, which in turn could lead to painful sexual intercourse or painful sex. But luckily, there are many different types of lubes out there, from water-based lubes to silicone-based lubes, which can actually help with that. And also, there are creams that contain estrogen that can also help to rebuild the vaginal lining, which in turn could actually help with blood circulation and things like that, which in turn could also help with vaginal dryness. And also, I want to add this: the clitoris is still very important in sexual pleasure for women as they age. So it's not like something switches or goes back and forth. I really haven't read too many studies about the clitoris becoming less sensitive as women age. So therefore, it is also very important, or still very important. And third, I want to add this: Kegel exercises, because having a strong pelvic floor can actually help with incontinence as you get older, ladies. And 3B, when you do your Kegel exercises, you will notice that you will have stronger orgasms. So that's a win-win. So I'm going to instruct you to do this. If you are not doing Kegel exercises now, start. Read up on it, read it how easy it is to do them, and start to do them now. Number 3, quote unquote, you can't fire up the old engine. So it sounds like you're having problems getting turned on. And according to the article, one of the best things you can do to eliminate that problem is through diet and exercise. And I will stress exercise. And well, both things actually, because they're related. Because think about it like this: if your heart is pumping blood to where it needs to go, and your heart is healthy, and you're physically fit, so of course it may take a little bit more time for you to get turned on, but you will get turned on, and you will get that old deuce and a quarter cranked over again and get the motor running. But one of the most important things you can watch is to eat healthy and to exercise. Myth number 4, older bodies aren't sexy. Says who? Tell them kick rocks or have a coconut smile and shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? Sex is more than just visual. You hear what I'm saying? Granted, we just saw a 50-year-old woman on the Super Bowl shaking her ass like I don't know what. And yes, she was 50. I think she's 50, but still, hear me out. Granted, yes, our bodies are changing as we age. It's a given. And for some people, they may not like our bodies. F them. That's the best way to put it. Be proud of your body. You've lived life. And for the brothers out there who are listening to us, and if you made it to 40 or 50, be proud. Because real talk, a lot of us didn't make it. We were already taken out in our 20s and 30s. And some of us are still being taken out now. So look, I will say this again. Sex is more than just visual. If you want to change your body, change it. Eat healthier. Go to the gym. Exercise. Do something different. After all, it is your body. But someone else cannot judge your body because they never took one step in your shoes. And finally, myth number 5, old people should not have sex. Who the hell said that? I get it. In this society, everything is focused on the youth and playing volleyball and shit like that. Fine. And drinking Bud Light. Look, truth be told, even though I'm going to quote some research here, being sexually active when you're older is related to better health, better relationships, better self-esteem, decreased stress, and a longer life. So who the hell says that older people shouldn't have sex? I don't know who said that, but that is definitely one hell of a whopper myth right there. Even one of the largest institutions in the country, the Mayo Clinic, has a webpage for aging and sexual health. And of course, they mention things like eating a healthy diet, getting exercise, not drinking too much, and not smoking. But they also have a few sex tips on their website, which include talking to your partner about sexuality and sexual health. If there is a problem, going to the doctor. If you need to, go to a sexual therapist. Expanding your definition of sex, and not giving up on romance. And what I really like about this website is it actually mentions safer sex, because they say this: if you start an intimate relationship with a new partner, use a condom. Many older adults are unaware that they are still at risk of STDs such as herpes and gonorrhea. So in closing, my question is this: what will your sex life look like as you age? And of course, only you can answer that question. And at the same time, I'm glad to see agencies like the NIH actually writing something about masturbation. And I'm really glad to see the Mayo Clinic actually talking about aging and safer sex. That's incredible because years ago, they wouldn't touch that stuff. But my assumption is that because of the increased number of baby boomers that are out there, they had to change their tune. And that's just how it goes. And also, I want to say this. I would like to remain sexually active as long as I can by eating healthy and exercising when I can. And that's just being truthful. And also, I do realize in this podcast series that I have that this is not one of the more sexier topics or like one of the more buzzy topics that are out there, but I do believe that this is a very important topic. So, on that note, I'm out. You guys have a great day. Stay tuned, and I'll talk to you soon.